How English arrived in Bangladesh. The history of English in Bangladesh can be divided into three main phases of political history of the nation, reflecting the changing rule and status of English. The origin of English in Indian um, subcontinent is linked to British colonial rule in 1757 to 1947. The first encounters between the Indians and the British date from 1630s. So when English trading factories were set up in Bengal. Initially, English was a language of trade between English factors and local go-betweens with no commercial or institutional opportunities for its training. Second, the new policy created a huge demand for English, which also replaced Persian as a language of colonial administration. In reality, however, English learning was restricted to the elite since education of the masses was provided in the local languages. Lastly, during the Pakistan era in 1947 to 1971, constructing a new national languages also called Urdu to unite linguistically, culturally, and geographically divided East and West Pakistan for significant political investment. Number two, what is the status of English in terms of education and language policies in Bangladesh? Asserting the current status of English in Bangladesh is not simple task. This is mainly due to the absence of what is called status planning for English. So, the status of Bangla is determined ambiguously by policy, which may help to understand the place of English. So there are other ways of understanding the status of the national and the global language and the relationship between them. So while English has increasingly penetrated into Bangladesh under the influence of globalization, technology, and global flows of information, the lack of adequate functional proficiency in English among the general population is reported as a national concern. Number three, describe the function of English in terms of education, employment, media and entertainment, political, NGOs, creative writing, and electronic communication. Education. Education is a key domain where has an overarching presence. So both as a language for learning and as a language in which students are expected to develop functional proficiency. Employment. The domain of employment of the rule of English. So while developing English language proficiency among these mainly primary or secondary school educated migrants could contribute to their job or performance and economic and social well-being, it is also the fact that their limited English and skills attract foreign employers in whose interests. So it is to recruit migrants workers at a relatively cheaper price in a competitive global market. Media and entertainment. The role of English in media and entertainment is a modest, as a sector uses mainly Bangla to cater to its domestic audience as well as the Bangladesh or as well as Bangladesh diaspora around the globe. Hindi also a significant the role of entertainment, as Hindi music is quite common in public places. Politics. Politics is Bangla is a language of politics and political expression in Bangladesh. Using a language other than Bangla in this field can be considered political incorrect with serious repercussions. Non-government organization. English probably has the strongest presence in non-government organizations. Typically, NGOs work in areas of poverty, alleviation, health, sanitation, microfinance, education, women's empowerment, human rights, and the minority issues. Creative writing. Although creative writing in English in the region dates back to early 19th centuries, Bangladesh writing in English, or we call it BWE, has yet to receive a notable recognition. Lastly, electronic communication. Email communication in Bangladesh is characterized by the use of English, while emails are written mainly in English, or SMS mixes Bangla and English, and it is often written in a Romanized script. Number 4. What is code mixing, code switching, and technology mandated innovation in Bangladesh? In Bangladesh, code mixing and code switching are common every speech, particularly among the bilingual or multilingual speakers who switch between Bangla or Bangla and English, or between dialects of Bangla. Technology mandated innovations in Bangladesh. With the use of technology to create a new products, services, and processes that improve people's lives. Bangladesh has made significant progress in the field of technology and recent years, with the growth of the IT industry and the increasing used mobile phone and the internet.